Yeah, the hunting and the fishing, it's the blood inside my veins. Through the sun-scorched open fields and the driving autumn rains. It's a passion, it's a freedom, it's the only life I know. Where the river bends and the tall grass grows.
From the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains and broadcasting from their studio in the South Mountains of North Carolina, this is Carolina Outdoor Adventures Podcast, where you can experience outdoor adventures each week. Whether it is hunting, fishing, or anything to do with the great outdoors, we are sure to have a topic to interest you. And now here's your host of the Carolina Outdoor Adventures Podcast, Jim Carr.
I hope everybody out there is doing really well this evening. If you're just tuning in, this is Thursday Night Outdoors. And with me is co-host Shane Cannon up in Burnsville. And also we have field staff member tonight, Bo Winkler. He lives just over the road, about 5 or 6 miles from me. So that's what you're watching right now. And I want to welcome everybody to the show. Also, I'd like to welcome Ernest. Ernest is a Brubaker, is one of our new field staff guys. He'll be joining us pretty soon here, maybe even next week. We're right in deer season right now in North Carolina, and it's time to get probably Ernest on here, and hopefully maybe we can get John Jeffcoat or some of the other deer guys on here, and we can find out what everybody's doing around the country right now with their deer hunting. But anyhow, welcome to the show. What we got going on tonight is me, Shane, and Bo. We went back to the mud hole, like we call the mud hole. It's up there on the other side of Cullowhee, up that way. And we went back there fishing. Every time we go, it seems like it's a new experience, and we're always doing really good catching fish. So we got a couple of clips tonight. I hope they're going to play okay. We'll find out, see how the night goes. And talk to you a little bit about what we were doing. We caught some really nice brim, some good catfish. Now, the catfish that we did catch that day, which was just last week, they're not by any means the standards of some of you guys are catching these 30, 40, 50 pound plus catfish. This lake has these fish in it. They have the big ones, but when you see the lake, you're going to understand that you have to fish this totally different than you would most lakes around here, because the structure of the lake. It's actually a lake like you probably would find out west in Colorado, where the walls of the lake just come right off and go right down off into the water, and just straight go down. There's very little, if any, beach area. There's a few coves, but generally this lake goes from water level down to probably 25 to 30 feet in the matter of a couple feet all the way around it. So it's a really different lake, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about how to fish it. We're going to show you some of the baits we used when we started off. We did catch a few crappie. We're not going to have them on here tonight, but that's what we're going to be doing. I don't know, Shane, or what else has been going on? What's been going on this week? I don't think you got out deer hunting yet. I know Bo hasn't.
No, I went out and moved and done a little work around my truck stand.
Say that again. Your audio is breaking up.
I went out today with my feed, done some little work around as far as hunting. I haven't done that yet.
Have you changed computers or something, or do something to your phone?
No, but now your voice sounds real funny on mine too, Jim.
It does?
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody's getting out there for a signal. I have to apologize. It took me all of 15 minutes to get this feed up. It just kept going down. So I hope you're getting a half a show out there. If it cuts out on you, I give you my apologies, but we'll be back. We'll fix the situation, and we'll be back in a day or two to finish the live stream. So don't be surprised if we just disappear. How you doing out there, Bo? I just saw you a little while ago. This is the first time Bo's ever been on TV since he's been on our field staff, and we're glad to have him. He has a lot to offer, especially with this fishing show. You ready to talk to the people out there, Bo? Bo, can you hear me? I don't think Bo's getting me at all.
He must not be, Jim. And when you talk, it's like it's got a big echo or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yes, let me try this. Hold on. Does that help at all?
Maybe a little.
How about right there?
I can hear you.
That's better than it was.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know what's going on. I've got hardly no upload at all, and I got great download, but I don't know what. It seems like every time we get rain, and we got a storm here today, and we got rain, it seems like every time that happens, something goes wrong with this internet. So I'm going to have to make some drastic changes because I can't rely on it. But anyhow, let me go ahead, everybody, and let me bring on the first clip, okay? At least that way you can see what's going on. Let me see if I can find it here. Like I said, I had to restart this thing 3 times. All right, we'll show you the first clip. And this is where we caught a bunch of brim. And all these brim up here, they're so good. They're all ranging from about, I would say, a pound, maybe a pound and a half. Derek Marlowe says it sounds really rough. I know, Derek. I don't know what is going on. I really don't. Got some bad internet issues going on right now. Let me play the clip and let's see how that plays. And I'll tell you what, folks, if we can't get this straightened out so you can enjoy this tonight, what I'm going to do, I think Bo's back. What I'm going to do is I'll probably just cut it short and we'll come back on over the weekend or something, because this is no good at all. I don't like dealing with this. But let me play this first clip and let's just see if it plays through, and that way you folks can see a little bit about these brim and stuff we were catching and the time we had up there. And pay particular close attention to the lake itself, to what we're fishing and where we're fishing. It's very steep and goes down deep real quick off the shoreline.
Nice brim. Nice one.
With they call that a baby
yellow
belly.
belly.
Oh, I was still rolling. Okay. Okay. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
My bad.
Oh, me. Come on, fish. I want a big.
I'm rolling. Oh, there we go.
Oh, ours a good.
Nice one.
Now that's going in.
Ow.
Nice one.
Am I ain't still yet?
Hold that up. Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Yeah. Ow.
That thing almost weighs a pound and a half. Not bad, yeah. Another nice one. At least when he catches one, it's a good one, Bo.
Yeah.
Oh, good. My hook broke off in its mouth. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Poor Shane.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord.
Nice one. All right. Am I even not legible, Shane, right now?
Yeah, your voice is clear. It's just still got that echo for some reason.
There's other noises coming in.
What's that? I'm sorry.
There's other noises coming in over me.
Well, no, it just seems like you talk, and then in the background, you say that, I don't know, it's just got an echo to it.
Really? Okay, well, we'll just try to do our best here. Maybe I'll pull this microphone up a little bit closer and see how that goes. Maybe that'll be better. All right, folks. Well, if you can see that lake, the structure of that lake, it's very sharp and has a very sharp incline. It comes down off the mountaintops. Everywhere you're fishing there, you're looking at mountaintops. It comes off the mountain, drops right down into the water, and goes down to 25 feet all the way down to the riverbed. It's not a very wide lake. I guess that I am feeding back through the microphone. Yeah, Alan's getting feedback.
I think we lost.
It's very the lake itself is very very small. Probably what, Shane? Maybe 1,000 yards across or something like that.
Yeah, probably. It's not very big at all.
Okay. So anyhow, we did use a lot of live bait. We're catching brim and we were catching catfish. So we did use a lot of live bait. We did use some crankbaits, and they worked really good. We used some really small crankbaits. I've got a few here, and I know Shane, when we started off, he used a lot of plastic. You used a lot of plastic, didn't you, Shane?
Yeah, I use a lot of grubs.
So, that just seemed to work really good with the plastic. If I can get this out of here. Shane likes to use a lot of these small crankbaits. Now, we showed these last week, the week before last. They're little crankbaits, and I don't think they weigh more than 1/8 of an ounce or so. And they work really good on the brim. The brim really attacked them really good. So they worked really good. And then we used, Shane, you got some of your small, there you go. That's the one Shane used right there. And he caught most all his brim that he did catch was on that crankbait when he wasn't using live bait. That was another good one. I think Bo was using that one for a while.
He did.
Okay, it sounds good now. Okay, I think I know what the issue is.
Well, we lost Bo
for right now.
We lost Bo, and then
thank you, Alan.
Everything went back.
The voice check there. So, and did you bring any plastic baits in? You used some really small. I don't have any, Shane. You didn't use grubs. You used some really small plastic bait. Yeah, like that right there. Now, that looks like a kind of a flip tail grub or something. And that worked really good on the crappie. You trolled with that a lot with the crappie while we were brim fishing.
Yeah, it's actually called a crappie slider.
What's that?
It's actually called a crappie slider.
Okay. All right. I can just barely hear you, Shane. I don't know. I'm losing your voice, but we'll just wing our way through. But anyways, now, like I said, that lake goes down deep. Most all the brim that we catch on that lake, they are all about the size you saw. They're about a pound and a half, and sound is perfect now. Okay, all right. Anyways, the brim that we were catching, they all average about a pound and a quarter, somewhere around there. Maybe I'm a little high on that, but I think I'm pretty close at a pound anyways. And they were really thick brim. And the thing about that lake is we didn't catch many little crappies. A lot of lakes you fish, like I know around here, Lake Norman, and some of them lakes there, we fish them and you catch a lot of small crappie. I mean, small brim. I don't know. I got a brain thing going on here with the crappies, but you catch a lot of small brim, but you don't catch many big ones. Now in this lake, it's just the opposite way around. We caught probably, let's just say if we caught 50 brim, we may have caught 10 small ones out of the 50. Does that sound like a pretty good average?
Yeah, and I wouldn't doubt if the number of catfish and bass don't have a big
part in eating the
yes.
small, because the lake itself has very little, if any, shad. It's mostly a minnow and maybe a horny head lake. They have a lot of them in there. So, most of that is what you find in that particular lake. Could you tell us a little bit, Shane? You fished that lake a lot more than I have. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, they are a fairly good amount of shiners in there, but I've seen them a few times, but you don't see them every time you go.
Okay.
Like you say, it's very deep edges. But now the deepest part of the lake is like 117 feet, which, I mean, that is deep, but not compared to something like Lake Kiwi or,
So it does get down to around 130 or so?
Yeah, down close to the dam it does.
Wow, okay, all right.
But now the biggest part of the lake probably averages 30 to 40 feet. But all of these brim, just about year round, will stay up close to the banks like that. Now the catfish, I think we normally don't start doing real good on the catfish up around the banks until some of the other hatches comes off. But then when like your bass fry and crappie fries coming off, the catfish comes in, of course, and feeds off of them. So,
okay. One thing I did notice, Shane, is when we were fishing, and we'll get to this in just a little bit, but it stands for the same as the crappie is. I mean, the brim as it does the catfish. If we weren't throwing within a 3-foot distance from the shoreline, from the rock face, we weren't catching any fish. That told me that the shore dropped down really fast, and it also told me that the fish hang really close to the shoreline in that lake, and I guess it's because it goes off so quick.
Yeah.
Now, Bo's theory was that the bigger catfish. Now, I know you told me that you fish what? Tell me the big fish, Shane. Tell me the biggest catfish. I think you caught a couple big ones that you and your son caught up there on that lake.
Well, I've caught a couple that was over 60 pounds, but I know the one he caught was right at 80.
Okay. All right. So it's got big fish in them, but when Shane caught them fish, he was throwing off from the shoreline into the deeper 30, 40 feet of water. He was fishing in the drop off. We're not catching any of them bigger catfish in this lake because we're fishing the shoreline right close. And I think them small catfish are patrolling that shoreline looking for bait fish and stuff is what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, let me go ahead and while we got a good thing going on here, let me go ahead and play this other clip. Now I got to play this clip off the computer. Let's see here, because I didn't have it. I couldn't upload it because of the internet issues. So hopefully this thing will play pretty good. And we'll just give it a try and see.
Oh yeah, I seen him. That's good. That's a good one. You're gonna pull that drag. Oh yeah.
He'll do for now.
Yeah. There's it stalling out on us. All right, I'm going to remove that clip there from the thing. It's stalled out on us. Hold on a minute. Now let me try something here. Maybe I can get back on it, folks. I don't know. No, we're just having all kinds of problems going on here tonight. Okay, we're going to get rid of that. Let's talk about the catfish, Shane. The catfish, basically, and you folks aren't going to get a chance to see it, but the show will be up in about a week. The catfish all ran about the same size. Probably, what would you say, 18 to 22 inches, roughly?
Yeah, probably. Might have been a couple a little bigger than that.
Yeah, so they were all about the same size, the catfish were. And why, I don't know. But, I mean, it seemed like there wasn't anything any bigger than that, or nothing in much any smaller. I don't think we've ever caught a catfish a pound on that lake.
No, probably not.
So it's a really good lake, and I can't tell you much about the catfishing other than the fact that they wouldn't bite worms, but they would bite night crawlers. Why, I don't know. I guess the night crawlers they're more appealing to them. It's a bigger bait. What baits have you used up there, Shane, when you were up there fishing, as far as, have you used cut bait or anything like that?
Well, very little, but I think we need to try that. I think we'd see the size of the catfish go up drastically.
Right. I would like to go up and drift or drag the upper part of it where it stays about 30 feet or so. It's not so deep up there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm presuming we probably will find the bigger catfish by doing that.
Yeah, no doubt.
But
I'd like to point out too, a lot of people always talks about the early morning bite or the late evening bite. But, I mean, you've seen yourself that sometimes through the middle of the day, we catch just as many as we do early morning or late evening.
Okay. Yeah. That's true, too. Yep. I did notice, though, that something happened to the crappie during the day. Early in the morning, we'd catch crappie, and it's like they went away until afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no,
Whether
shut off like that all the time. But
whether it's because the sun is up and they slide off into the deeper water.
It must be.
It could be. And,
I mean, you can pick up a few through the day like that, but early morning and late evening is definitely the best time for them.
Right. But the crappie and the gosh, man, what is wrong with me? But the brim, and I need a big singer here in the front that says brim. But the brim and the catfish, they were consistent all day.
Oh yeah.
So I guess what we're trying to get to is the fact that this lake is like no other lake. It's a very deep lake very quickly. We didn't have any points to fish. We had a few small points. There's no sandbars. There were some fallen trees, but most of the trees were at an angle like that because when they hit the water, they just go right down. So there was some trees and stuff, but I don't think, except when maybe up where the river comes in, that was much sand area or shallow area, was there?
No. And we caught a lot of bluegill around the fallen timber and stuff. But if you think about it, we really didn't catch many catfish at all around that. We caught most of them around rock faces.
Yeah, we did. That's right. And it was mostly the steeper rock faces too. I wish I could play that video for you folks out there so you could see it, but it's just not going to work. I just had this whole stream tonight. I knew from the get-go. I mean, I had to restart computers and restart the platform here 2 or 3 times just to get what we're doing now. And it's working really good now. I don't know why, but I think I figured out what the problem is. I'm just not touching anything right now. So we'll just stay where we are. Shane, so what else is going on? What's happening here? What's going to be happening with the fishing here? We're going to maybe go to Douglas Lake pretty soon.
Yeah, I'd love to. I think it's about time the crappie should be picking back up. And,
okay.
The bass should be turning back on too.
All right. Okay. So we'll get up there and, that's another thing. Now that lake we fished up there, the mud hole there, it's got some pretty good bass in it.
It does.
We didn't catch many that day, but
Uh-huh.
it has got good bass in it. But,
Now, when the bass shut off in that lake, it's like a lot of others. You might as well quit until they start back.
well, I noticed that we catch them early in the morning and maybe a few at night.
Yeah.
And that was it. Just nothing we could do about it. But the fish turn off, and that's just what happens. There's nothing we can do. But yeah, we're gonna get back to fishing here. I think me and Bo are gonna plan a trip down here to Lake Hickory. We're gonna try doing some dragging. We got a pretty long, pretty steady bottom cove down there that we want to try to drift. It's probably runs about 2 miles long, so we can get a really good drift there when we come down through there, and it should produce some big catfish. We haven't been to Lake Norman, Shane, in quite a while. I guess it's been a few years, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but next week, the week after next on the show, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come on and have some guys on here. We'll discuss a little bit about deer hunting. I don't know if Shane, I know I'm not going to. I've got so much going on, but I don't know if Shane will get a chance to get out and hunt. I know that I know some of the guys will. I don't think Bo will. And Ernest, I think he's planning on going this weekend. So
Yeah, I think
hopefully, what's that?
I think he's down there now. I'm not sure.
I don't know. He's been texting me, so I don't know. I don't know. He might be.
Saturday.
Huh?
I'm going to try to hunt Saturday.
Are you? So hopefully, everybody, we'll go back into the hunting here week after next, or if not sooner, and we'll find out what everybody's doing. We'll see what Shane's got going on up his way in Burnsville, and then we'll go all the way down, and we'll get Ernest on here and go all the way down to the other side of Davison down that way, and see what he's got going on, and hopefully we can get John Jeffcoat on here. I don't know. He's hunting pretty heavy right now. I know he did a thing on Facebook back here probably about 3 or 4 days ago where he was replanting his food plot down there. We did a thing back here a few weeks ago where John had his food plot planted, and he was starting to hunt over it. But what he's doing now is he's getting his late fall, early winter food plot ready, and it was doing pretty good down there. They were down there tilling it up and getting it planted. And so I don't know if he'll be on, but maybe he can get on here for a little bit and tell us what he's got going on down there. I know he's already harvested one deer, and unless I missed it, that's the only one so far, but he did harvest a nice little, looked like a 6-point buck. I think it was like 175 pounds, something like that. So we'll try to get the guys on here. I don't know if Derek is going to be able to come on, if he's going to do any hunting or anything, but we'll see if we can get him on here. He just got done moving, so he's been quite busy out there, that new house of his, getting things done, taken care of. But we'll try to get him on here and just see what the guys have been doing for hunting. And Ernest Spielbaker, he says, hold on, I'll bring it up. Now, this is from Ernest. He's one of our new pro staff guys. He's going to be bringing a lot to the show. We will be hunting the Oak Grove along Lake Tomalax the weekend. So, and he's going to be checking in. So you might want to watch your Facebook, because he will probably be doing some live streams or a video that he'll upload or something to our Facebook page. And maybe he'll even have a deer from down there. We'll see. But I don't know. I guess with all the commotion and all the stuff going on, I don't think we're going to run our full hour tonight, Shane. I'm unable to play the other video clip to show people what's going on with the catfishing. So
yeah, I hate that.
Well, that's one of some of the stuff that happens on a live broadcast. There's nothing we can do. And it just seems to be I'm at the mercy. What we're doing here is we're using a hotspot for our internet because the broadband internet is just not good enough to live stream. We've had pretty good luck, pretty reasonable luck with the hotspot, but I'm susceptible to weather conditions, and hopefully this winter, when the leaves are off the tree, it'll be better. But we had some rain here. It's been like this all day long. And it happened last time. I couldn't even get any internet, good enough internet to even support a live stream. So you just have to kind of hold on, folks. It's going to get better. I promise you that, because I'm not gonna lay off until I get the right thing that I have to have here to get the good internet. So we'll go ahead and we will cut out here a little bit early. And I want to appreciate everybody who stayed with us. Okay, I know it's been a tough stream, and it's kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't know if I'm talking about crappie or brim, or I don't know. We might be talking about whales. I don't know, but it's thrown me off big time tonight. So we'll cut the live stream short. I appreciate everybody that spent time on here and listened to us rattle. I couldn't bring Bo in because it seems like when I bring Bo in, something went on with the internet. I had reports from Alan, my wife, and some other folks that whenever I brought Bo in, the internet and everything started to get bad. So I'm going to work on that here this week and see if we can't get that straightened out or get it changed out, something like that. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to watch for the upcoming shows that we're going to be putting up here pretty soon. And don't forget to check us out on our Facebook page at Carolina Outdoor Adventures TV. We also have a Roku channel on the Outdoor Adventures, the Outdoor Adventures channel on Roku. And our YouTube, we have our YouTube channel, the Outdoor Adventures channel. So be sure to check out me, Shane, and the other guys up there, and we'll catch you here. We'll try to come in a little bit sooner to make up for this mistake, but we'll definitely be back in here in a couple of weeks, if not sooner. So thanks a lot for tuning in, folks. I'm Jim from Carolina Outdoor Adventures TV for Shane Cannon. We'll catch you somewhere in a few weeks when we do it all again. Thanks for tuning in.